Hi, I'm Dr. Sivaranjani Santosh. I am a pediatrician based in Hyderabad. I've done my MBBS and MD from JIPMA, Pondicherry, and I've been practicing pediatrics for more than 18 years. And you all know that diarrhea is the third leading cause for death among children under 5 in India. And what is the cornerstone to managing diarrhea and preventing complications related to diarrhea? We all know that it's oral rehydration therapy. So how do we go about it? Now it's only one ORS, that is the low osmolar ORS with an osmolarity of 245 milliosmol per liter. That is the latest recommendation by WHO and the recommendation by Indian Academy of Pediatrics as well. So in this, the sodium contributes to 75 milliequivalent per liter, and glucose is 75 millimole per liter as well. So this particular composition ensures that the glucose is just right to take the sodium into the body, pull the sodium into the body appropriately and ensure correct rehydration. And this really prevents, hypotonicity kind of thing compared to the earlier 311 milliosmol per liter oral rehydration solution that we were using. So now, what does this ORS do? It rehydrates the child, and we know that because of this, the hospitalizations, the need for intravenous fluids, and the diarrhea related complications like renal failure, shock, and death can be prevented by rehydrating the children or adults appropriately. But what's happening nowadays is most of the pharmacies have these fruit juices labeled as ORS, and whenever a parent goes to the pharmacy, this is the fruit juice mislabeled as ORS, or an energy drink mislabeled as ORS. These are the things that are being given to the parents. So these fruit juices get approval from FSSAI, not CDSCO, and sell their products mislabeling them as ORS. On April 8, 2022, the FSSAI has issued an order saying that mislabeling of fruit juices as ORS is not allowed. So we were very happy with that order. But what happened is in July, again FSSAI went back on that order saying that these companies which have a valid trademark license, they can continue to label their fruit juices as ORS, but they should have a disclaimer on their Tetra Pak that this is not an ORS, this is a fruit juice. So now what's happening is these companies with valid trademark, they continue to sell their mislabeled fruit juices as ORS, but with a disclaimer in a smaller font somewhere below. So what we need to understand is that most of our population, they hardly bother about reading the disclaimers, and many of them may not be able to even read it or understand it. And as long as the pharmacist hands over this fruit juice to them, they are obviously going to think that is the right ORS and still give it to their children. And the high glucose content in these drinks, very high glucose compared to the recommended composition or recommended content of glucose in these in the ORS. This what it does is it worsens the diarrhea and the diarrhea related complications, and the sodium content in these juices is lesser than what is recommended. So the glucose content is higher, much higher, and the sodium content is lower. So diarrhea related complications are definitely going to worsen, and more children will be hospitalized if these drinks are given during episodes of diarrhea and vomiting. So it's very important for us pediatricians to educate the parents about giving the right ORS, the low osmolar WHO recommended formula ORS to their children during episodes of diarrhea and vomiting, and also ensure that the pharmacies don't keep these fruit juices mislabeled as ORS in their pharmacies. It's extremely important and it's ethical. This is part of this is something that we need to do very proactively to save the lives of children from succumbing to diarrhea related complications. So I really it's my heartfelt request to all of you to support WHO recommended formula ORS, be it a Tetra Pak or be it in the powdered form, but please support WHO recommended ORS and prescribe only WHO recommended ORS formula to the children, and please educate the parents about the importance of giving WHO recommended formula, low osmolar formula ORS to children during episodes of diarrhea and vomiting. To summarize, WHO recommended formula ORS, whether it's powder or a Tetra Pak, this is the one that needs to be given to children during episodes of diarrhea and vomiting to prevent diarrhea related complications. Giving these fruit juices mislabeled as ORS, though they have a disclaimer very clearly mentioned on the label as per the instructions of the FSSAI, but still these liquids are being given to children, and these liquids are going to worsen the diarrhea like anything and diarrhea related complications. So it's very important for pediatricians to emphasize on the importance of giving WHO recommended formula ORS and not these drinks which are mislabeled as ORS and have disclaimers saying that this is not an ORS, this is fruit juice. And this clearly on instructions by FSSAI, they have come up with this disclaimer, but still it's not reaching the people. So the message has to be got across, and that is our job as pediatricians.